Hey, how's it going guys? Jordan Spaghetti here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get the Sundergat upgrade for the Blundergat on Paradox Junction. To do this, you'll first need to build the Blundergat wonder weapon. To craft the Blundergat, you'll need to gather a total of 4 pieces which you can get in any order. The easiest part to find is the sealant. To get the sealant, simply head to the yellow house upstairs and into the bedroom, and look at this bookshelf where you'll see the part sitting on the bottom shelf. Hold X or square to pick it up. To get the stock, while in the destroyed version of Nuketown, you will need to check 3 walls with black growths for a loud shimmering noise. The locations are here in the greenhouse at the top of the stairs, here in the yellow house inside the garage, and here at Trinity Avenue to the left of the VS Recon wall buy. Once you've figured out which of the 3 locations is making noise, travel back to the past and go to the correct wall. Throw any explosive at it to bust open a hole in the wall before traveling back to the future to retrieve the stock from the hole. To get the barrel, you'll simply need to find a loot cyst and fill it with zombie souls. Now, you can either fill up all loot cysts until the correct one drops the barrel, or you can stand next to them and listen out for the same shimmering noise. The cyst making this sound is the correct one you will need to feed the zombie souls to. Some cysts spawn in the extended cul-de-sac area of Nuketown, meaning you'll first need to get the truck keys and travel to the past to move the truck out of the way before traveling back to access the area. To get the hammer, you'll first need to head upstairs in the yellow house and to this desk where you'll see some test tubes. Hold X or square on them to pick up a vial of sulfur trioxide, which you'll need to take over to the sink in the kitchen of the greenhouse. Mixing the sulfur trioxide with water will make sulfuric acid, which you can then pick up. Now you'll need to walk up to mannequins that have their head on still and listen out for the same shimmering noise from earlier. Once you've found the correct mannequin, travel back to the past and pour the acid onto it. Then travel back to the future and back to that same mannequin, which you'll see has now been melted, and sitting in its place is the hammer. Once you've collected all 4 parts, head to the truck in the center of destroyed Nuketown and melee the workbench to open the compartment. Place the parts into the bench and interact with it to craft the Blundergat. Once you have the Blundergat, survive for at least 2 rounds. Then you'll need to find a tortured zombie trapped inside a fire tornado that will spawn in one of 3 locations: the greenhouse backyard, the yellow house backyard, and Trinity Avenue. Now, before approaching the zombie, wait until the end of the round, as having a horde of zombies chasing you for this next step will make it next to impossible to complete. What you need to do is walk up to the tortured zombie, which will drop him to the ground, and then have him follow you inside the truck in the middle of the map, where you'll need to kill him with the Blundergat. The difficult part about this is the zombie will take damage just from being near other zombies, and he does not have much health. I recommend either waiting till the last zombie on the round, kill it, and complete the step before the next round can start, or if playing in co-op, have a friend hold onto the last zombie while you complete the step. Some purple-eyed zombies will spawn in this step, so make sure to kill them as quickly as you can. Once you've killed the tortured zombie in the truck, its soul will get sucked into the workbench. Progress to the next round where you have to repeat this 2 more times, the second time being with another tortured zombie, and the final with a tortured mimic. If you have correctly killed all 3 tortured souls inside the truck with the Blundergat, travel to the past and melee the workbench inside the truck. Then hold X or square to place the Blundergat into the compartment. Now travel back to the future to the workbench where you'll be able to pick up the Sundergat, which has 3 attacks. Pressing shoot will fire an explosive blast at enemies called the Sunder Shot, whereas holding shoot will fire a Sunder Purge, which is a blast with a larger conical area of effect that will also knock down zombies not killed by it. The third and final attack is the Sunder Exile, which requires you to also hold down shoot to build up the energy in the weapon, but instead time the release when the end of the gun twinkles, which will fire a powerful laser capable of taking out the majority of hordes in one shot. The Sundergat is also required for several steps as part of the main Easter egg quest. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.